The drums played in a particular rhythm at midnight and everyone gathered at the village square. The gods have chosen the seventh head to be married with the king. I disliked this tradition and I was going to make sure it ends. The drums were not playful drums that announced festivals, nor the gentle tambourine used at moonlight dances where young lovers exchanged shy glances. These were heavy drums, deep and sacred, drums that were only beaten when the gods demanded the attention of the living. Each beat rolled through the village like thunder trapped in wood. Dogs stopped barking. Babies stopped crying. Even the wind seemed to pause, listening. I sat up on my raffia mat, heart pounding. Before my mother could call my name, I already knew. The gods have chosen. All across the village, doors creaked open. Torches were lit. People wrapped cloths hurriedly around their bodies and moved toward the village square, where truth and terror often met. I followed my family in silence. The night air smelled of burning palm kernel shells and old fear, the kind of fear passed down through generations, taught to children before they even learned how to speak boldly. At the center of the square stood the ancestral shrine, its clay walls darkened by centuries of sacrifice. The native doctor, bare-chested and painted with white chalk, held his staff of authority. Cowries hung from his neck. His eyes were distant, as though he was already halfway into the spirit world. The crowd gathered. No one spoke. Then the drums fell silent. "The gods have spoken," the native doctor announced, his voice heavy, slow, and final. "For the protection of our kingdom, for the fertility of our land, and for the strength of the throne, the seventh head must be given to the king." A low cry rippled through the crowd. Women clutched their wrappers tighter. Men shifted uneasily. My chest tightened. The seventh head. A living offering. The final spiritual spouse meant to complete the king's divine covenant. Chosen not by love, not by choice, but by tradition wrapped in fear. The native doctor lifted his staff. "Obinna, son of Umuokorie." The world tilted. My brother stood frozen beside me. The torchlight revealed the terror in his eyes, the same eyes that once sparkled with mischief when he carved masks behind our hut, the same eyes that dreamed of freedom beyond the village walls. My mother screamed. My father's knees buckled. I felt something inside me harden into iron. My name is Ada. And at that moment, I decided this tradition would end, even if the gods themselves stood in my way. By morning, our compound had become a place of mourning. Women arrived with ash on their heads. They wailed and sang sorrowful songs, praising my brother as though he were already dead. My mother tore her wrapper and rubbed dust on her skin, crying out to ancestors who had remained silent for too long. "Why my son?" she sobbed. "Why not the sons of the rich? Why not the sons of the elders?" My father said nothing. He sat outside beneath the mango tree, gripping his walking stick so tightly his knuckles turned white. In my village, a man's silence was louder than his tears. Before noon, the elders arrived. They sat in a circle, red caps bright against their grey hair, symbols of authority and tradition. The staff lay in the center, representing ancestral justice. "To resist is taboo," the oldest elder declared. "The gods do not make mistakes." I stepped forward. "Do the gods speak?" I asked calmly. "Or do men speak for them?" Gasps filled the compound. The native doctor eyes narrowed. "Careful, daughter of Umuokorie. The tongue can summon spirits the body cannot withstand." I bowed my head, but not in submission. That night, while the village slept, I wrapped a dark cloth around myself and walked toward the forbidden forest. I was going to seek the truth the elders feared. The forest was alive. Crickets sang. Leaves rustled. Shadows shifted as if watching me. Every child of my village knew the stories of Water of the Witch, the spirit stream where only desperate souls dared to go. I knelt by the water and poured palm wine onto the earth. I whispered, voice shaking, "Mother of soil and truth, hear me." The water rippled. The air grew heavy. Then a voice, not loud, not soft, rose from the depths of the stream. "The gods hunger," it said, "but men choose the feast." My breath caught. Visions flooded my mind. Past kings altering sacred laws, priests rewriting symbols, living offerings chosen not by divine will but by politics and greed. The tradition was not born from the gods. It was stolen. The coronation festival arrived disguised as celebration. Drums roared. Palm wine flowed. Masquerades flooded the square, spirits spinning wildly, their raffia skirts brushing the earth. Children laughed. Elders smiled. But beneath the color lived deceit. My brother was dressed in white, chalk smeared across his skin. He did not cry. His silence broke my heart more than tears ever could. As the king rose to claim his seventh head, I stepped forward. I tore the sacred mask from the chief priest. The crowd gasped. Before the gods and ancestors, I shouted, "Let truth stand naked." The ground trembled. Thunder cracked the sky. Allah herself answered. "No more," the goddess declared. "Blood fed my name without my consent." The king fell. The drums went silent. My brother walked free. The shrine was rebuilt, not as a place of fear, but of remembrance. The elders rewrote the laws. The drums were sealed, to be played only for harvest and peace. Some called me cursed. Others called me brave. I cared for neither. My name is Ada. And in my village, traditions still live, but they no longer demand souls to survive. When the drums play now, they play for life.